Just how good are the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro? Can they really compete against the AirPods Pro? And which ones are the right ones for you? That's the burning question. Let's get digital. Hey, I'm Andrew. If you're new here, welcome. On my channel, I talk about tech, new products, tutorials, and when I can get my hands on them, product reviews like this one. So if you're into that, consider subscribing. My reviews are always my own unbiased opinion, and as usual, links to everything can be found in the description down below so you can go check out the products for yourself. In a previous video, I talked about the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro. Today, I'm going to break down how they compare against the AirPods Pros. Why? Well, because Apple has an incredibly large market share in the wireless earbuds category, and they're really the ones that everybody's competing against. According to Fortune, they would fall into number 384 on the Fortune 500 list if the AirPods were separated as their own company, at least in 2019. The AirPods revenue alone is right up there with other big tech companies. So AirPods are the standard to be compared against, and everybody wants a piece of that pie. Now let's talk about what's similar between the two. They are quality built products. The Soundcore to me feels a little bit better in the hand. The case is durable, and I always feel like if I drop my AirPods Pro, I'm gonna break the case. So take that for what it's worth. The feel is very different, and the Soundcore feels like a very quality product. They both connect using Bluetooth 5.0 and offer wireless charging. And these are pro level earbuds, so they both offer active noise cancellation and transparency modes. This is the first Soundcore earbuds that offer such features. Both come with multiple ear tips in the box, so you can test them out and find the right fit for you, and both have built-in ear tip tests, so you can verify that the test fits just right. Critical for the active noise canceling functionality. They're both rated at IPX4 water resistance, so sweat proof, and also they're comfortable just fine to wear when both sitting and when exercising. I never felt like either of them were gonna fall out of my ears. So what's different? They both offer active noise cancellation and transparency modes. However, the Soundcore offers what they call targeted active noise cancellation, set for different environments and targeted at different frequencies, and also for transparency modes, either letting all ambient noise in or targeted towards voice. They both offer touch controls. However, I found more available on the AirPods. You can use a single, double, or triple tap and hold, where on the Soundcore you can either only double or hold. They're both customizable, so you can change what they do. But I did find on the Soundcore they worked a little better. I think this is because of the Soundcore's flat edge. If you tap or hold, it's a little more responsive. I found on the AirPods, when you need to hold, you need to use two fingers, grab and hold, and I found just the response not to be as great. You need to hold it in just the right position. Of course, the AirPods come in white, and the Soundcore is offered in various colors, so you can customize them that way if that's important to you. In terms of charging, they both offer wireless charging like I mentioned. However, the AirPods, you will be stuck with that Apple proprietary Lightning connection, but the Soundcore offers USB Type-C charging. With the Liberty Air 2 Pro, you'll get 7 hours of playtime and up to 26 with the case. And with that USB Type-C fast charging, in 15 minutes, you can get up to 3 hours of listening. The AirPods, you'll get 4.5 hours of playtime and up to 24 with the case, and only 5 minutes of charge time will give you 1 hour. Now let's see where they differ. The big area is the price, where the AirPods come in at about $250. Check the links for current pricing and down below. They do offer some very unique features, one of them being spatial audio, which I'm not going to go in too much detail. This is a cool feature, but I didn't use this in too much of my experience with the AirPods, so I'm not going to use this at too much weight. And Apple mentions magic on their website, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Maybe that's the spatial audio. You can share audio between multiple AirPods devices. This is a unique feature between the AirPods and iOS, something that you cannot do with the Liberty Air 2 Pro. And with that built-in H1 chip, which is also something unique to the AirPods lineup, the AutoSwitching feature, where the AirPods can automatically switch between your devices, works great. I use it all the time on my iPhone and iPad, and It works to a varying degree with my Mac as well. The H1 chip can also contribute to the quick pairing that the AirPods will give you. Simply flip open the lid and you can pair right away. It does have adaptive EQ, but this is something you cannot customize. The Liberty Air 2 Pros come in at just $130, so quite a bit lower than the AirPods Pros. I found the app was okay. It worked just fine on the phone, but when I tried to use it on the iPad, I found that it's not built for the iPad screen. You still get the resolution of the iPhone with little buttons, and some of the buttons were off the app screen, so I really felt that the iPad app really sucked. Now, you only need the app to switch between your different targeted noise cancellation modes and transparency modes, or to run Hear ID or your equalizer. So you can just do all that on the phone, and then when you're ready to use the iPad, you go over. So maybe not a deal breaker. The sound quality of the Liberty Air 2 Pro is great, and I contribute this to the customizable EQ and what they call their Pure Note technology. They also have something built in called Hear ID, which I found very cool. This is a customizable EQ setting that will really personalize it to your hearing experience, and Apple didn't offer anything in the line of this. Sticking with the audio, I did have an experience of the audio cutting out, albeit only for a second or two, and this only happened a handful of times, but I cannot contribute what this was caused by. So I'm not going to weigh that too much into my decision making here either. And lastly, the H1 chip is not inside the Liberty Air 2 Pro, of course, so there is no such thing as auto switching with these things, and really turned into a pain point for me, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. So let's round it all out. Some things like battery and charging were never really an issue for me, so I can't really weigh on the couple extra hours that the Liberty Air 2 Pro offers in terms of listening time. However, the charging connection may be more convenient for some of you, where the AirPods, you'll have a lightning connector and USB-C on the Liberty Air 2 Pro. If you don't have anything Apple, maybe you don't want that lightning connector. They both offer wireless charging, so maybe that doesn't matter. The AirPods are definitely the earbuds for those of you that are stuck in the Apple ecosystem like me. I mean, the controls are simply a tap away in the control center to toggle between modes. They do only come in white though, whereas the Liberty Air 2 Pros come in a various selection of colors. Now, let's stick with functionality. These are pro level earbuds. Active noise cancellation and transparency modes are nice, but I found that on the Liberty Air 2 Pros, they did not function nearly as well as they do on the AirPods Pros. This may be not surprising given the price point and quality of Apple products, but I really had some high hopes here given the price point. Having said that, the sound quality of the Liberty Air 2 Pros I thought was superior, and this is probably because of that customizable EQ and Hearing ID. Oh, and they say these are recommended by 10 Grammy Award winning authors, and maybe myself. Now, back to switching. I mentioned the AirPods has that auto switching. Given that H1 chip, you can seamlessly switch between your Apple devices with this thing, and that was a super big convenience factor for me. The Liberty Air 2 Pro, on the other hand, left a lot to be desired here. You see, some earbuds or wireless headphone manufacturers can solve this problem by simply allowing the earbuds to connect to more than one device when they're powered on. The Liberty Air 2 Pro does not. You can only connect to one device, and that one device is the previous device they were connected to. So when you're trying to switch from one device to the other, what I found I had to do was turn off Bluetooth in that previous device so that I can get them to connect to that new device. And although not a deal breaker, this is a super huge pain point and something you could consider in your buying decision. Okay, finally, the Liberty Air 2 Pro. Yes, they come in at just over $100 less than the AirPods Pro, so yes, they are worth the money. They're a quality product and they sound great. Again, links are in the description down below if you want to go check these out more. I thank you for watching, and consider checking out these other product reviews or heading over to my channel for more. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a future video. And stay digital, my friends. I'll see you next time.